Rise of the Tomb Raider was a really exciting part of this year's E3. We've seen a lot more about it, and now we have gameplay footage. The first 15 minutes is available. Let's take a quick look.
Okay, there has to be something inside that.
So that's just a short clip of what we could expect from the game. I think the controls look like very familiar.
That looked like a scene from the last game.
It could have
that
been.
could have been in the last
Easily,
game. We need more bears.
I liked there's a part later on where she seems to be like previously we saw her sliding down a hill and avoiding things. It seemed like quick time events. We see something very similar this time that I was interested in. What I can surmise from this first 15 minutes is it seems that there is a group of, I don't know, antagonists who are looking for her and trying to kill her. They think she's a native from the area. And basically, she has to use her stealth techniques, improvise weapons. That bow she had, she made herself, which I find a little unrealistic. But okay, there's a later part where she bleeds and she goes, "These leaves will stop the bleeding." I don't know if that's realistic, but okay, I'll accept it. Sure. I mean, if I could pick up a chicken and immediately feel better in other games, then sure, I'll accept your logic. It's weird, it's not realistic, but I accept it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I liked the last game. I beat it. It was great. I didn't own a PS, so I never got to play, like, Uncharted. I saw that as, like, a little bit of me getting into that world, and it was a great game. It had the action and the stealth, which a lot of games can't do both, or they can't do both adequately. It used QuickTime events in a way that was actually engaging. I mean, the first time that you're like sliding down a stream or something and then you immediately get impaled on 6 spikes, that's pretty cool. Everybody likes that.
Every time.
Yeah. It was one of, I think, the best games of the year and a half of the bow, where every game had to have archery.
Hunger Games!
Yeah, because bows are cool. Come on. Legolas was doing it before it was cool, technically. But yeah, it was a great game. This looks so far very much like the last one, which is fine. I don't really understand the title because I feel like, didn't she rise in the last one? She's still rising?
Maybe she's rising even
let's get
higher.
This going.
I mean, she is pretty remarkable.
She goes to Cloud City in this one and steals all their valuables.
Yes and no. Mostly no.
No, it looks like it's going to be good. The last one was very well received.
I think it was really good at creating tension in this. There's a part where she's walking around in the snow and she's, she's injured. She's like, I gotta figure something out. Well, is this wood dry enough to burn? What do I do? This is used in many video games. I've definitely played through a part where I was walking alone in snow and I was injured and vulnerable.
Yeah.
But it does help amp up the tension, which seems to be what this game is going to be very much focused on. We see later that she goes to a less cold and foreboding climate, and she gets to wear her tank top again and actually raid some tombs. John.
Yes. I'm sure there's going to be snowy tombs as well.
She's raiding tombs. She's pushing mine carts. This is I like these nods to the old Tomb Raider without entrenching it too much.
And fighting the bear.
This is very much a very different game from the old Tomb Raider, though I did fight a bear in the early Tomb Raiders as well.
Dual pistols. And I also like the continuation of sort of the blurring of lines of different genres. I think that action games getting the sort of light RPG customization that the other Tomb Raider have. And you've seen it in like Borderlands and some other games. The Dead Space series has always had this sort of thing. Sometimes you're just customizing your weapons, but I think that the way that you customize both your weapons and your character in the previous one, the relaunch, I think was great. I love that action games have moved in that direction.
Yeah. No, there was, if you look in the menus, lots of customization. That bear was shot by some kind of poison cloud. I don't know how she found it or how she rigged it to a bow and arrow, but okay.
Yeah.
I like what Camilla Luddington's doing as in the voice role of Lara Croft.
Yeah, she really sells, I was just hit by a bear paw. Not a lot of actresses can do that.
I am in a lot of trouble, and I'm trying my best.
Yeah, I'm barely hanging on.
Barely.
Anyway, no, I think they're gonna sell a lot of copies.
Yeah, no, for
be
sure.
quite well for
It is a
themselves.
timed exclusive with Xbox One. Don't know how long that time will be. Eventually coming to PC and PlayStation 4, I believe. What do you guys think of Rise of the Tomb Raider? Or do you have such high hopes as us? Will she fill the void that Nathan Drake is about to leave? Or maybe you're not impressed? Well, let us know below in the comments, and please subscribe.